Guys, welcome back to Math Review with Ms. Cashin. As a reminder, you need a piece of paper and a pencil to follow along while we work on these problems. All right, I'm filming the video for Thursday, May 7th right now. So let's jump in. We're going to start with number one. What are the value of these points on the number line? So make sure that you're checking what number you are counting by. The number here, where you figure out what y and z are equal to. I'll give you about a minute. All right. So when I look at this, I see that my number line is starting at 990,990, and this point says 990,995. I know that one important thing that I need to do is to check and see what I'm counting by. Because whenever I look at a number line, I need to know what are the increments, what are the marks going up by. So I'm looking right here and I see that the hundred thousands are both nines, 10,000s both nines, thousands both zeros, hundreds both nines, tens both nines, and the ones are changing. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I might be counting by ones. 990,990. And I'm going to test this by the different marks and seeing if it would make sense. 991, 990,000, 990,000, 990,000, So it is really counting up by ones. The reason I was able to figure that out so quickly because I knew that every single other place value was staying the same. So now that I know the tick marks are going up in increment of one, I can go ahead and label these. 990,991, 990,992. Notice how the ones placed on it is the only one that changes. And then I know that this is 990,995. So I'm just going to continue going up by ones. 990,996, 990,997, 990,998. The reason I was able to solve that so quickly is because I figured out what the number line was going by, and I checked based on the 2 points that I already knew. All right, now we are going to figure out how we would describe these equations to a first grader. Halves, thirds, and fourths. Take a minute rather, figure out how you would describe those to a first grader. Okay, so I know that halves is the same thing as two equal parts. And I'm going to go ahead and draw that in a circle. Like if I had a cookie, I don't know, I always like to think about cookies instead of pizza because I love cookies and I don't love pizza. If I said, hey, do you want half of my cookie? That would mean that I give you one equal part and I get the other equal part because there's two. Now, if I had a slice of toast and you said, can I have half? I can also split it up right down the middle. Two equal parts. Thirds, you might have figured this out already, is the same as three equal parts. Now, if you want to split a cookie with three people, first of all, that's really nice of you. I probably would not want to do that. And that's pretty much what it looks like. Not perfect because this is not totally equal, but that's the shape it would make. And that means that every single person gets the same amount if you have three. And if I wanted to split a piece of toast into three equal parts, I would have to make sure that all three parts were exactly the same. Thirds means three equal parts. You probably could guess this by now, but fourths means four equal parts. And one way I like to think about it is you split it in half and then half again. So going back to that cookie, that's not even a good circle, but my cookies never look like perfect circles either. You have half and then half again. So that would mean that everybody would get a quarter or a fourth. That's four equal parts. You could also divide up your toast in a similar way. Half and then half again. Halves is two equal parts, thirds is three equal parts, and fourths is four equal parts. All right, you got one more problem to do. And I want to remind you for this one, the best thing to do when you have multiple choice answers is to just solve the problem yourself and then figure out which answer matches yours. Betty had 35 blue pens and 37 black pens. Simon had 35 blue pens and 31 black pens. Which number of sentence represents comparing Simon's to Betty's? Okay, go ahead and get started. Make sure that you solve, that you represent these number sentences on your own before you look at the multiple choice answers. I'll give you 2 minutes for this. Okay, so I'm going to start by just figuring out how many each of them have. So Betty has 25 plus 37. I can go ahead and use a quick algorithm here. And the reason why I want to figure out how many they have is because otherwise I'm not going to be able to write an equality or an inequality. Like I need to know who actually has more, Betty or Simon. So first I'll figure out 25 plus 37 equals 7 plus 5 is 12. 2 plus 3 plus 1 is 6. So Betty has 25 plus 37 equals 62. Simon has 35 blue pens and 31 black pens. 35 plus 31 is 66. I did use the algorithm, but I honestly could have just gone, okay, 35, 45, 55, 65, and then one more, because I'm adding 61 and 31 instead of 30, would be 66. So Simon has 35 plus 31 equals 66. So now I know that Simon has more because Simon has 66 and Betty has 62. So I know 35 plus 31 is bigger than 25 plus 37. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down in a number sentence. I'm actually going to do it right here because I did not give myself a ton of space. So I Miss Cashin, we all make mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to write right here that 25 plus 37, or Betty's, is less than Simon's. And I know that because I already did the math. 62 is smaller than 66, is less than 35 plus 31, because I already figured out Simon has more because he has 66, Betty has less. Now, could I have figured out this inequality without solving the addition problem? No. You need to solve the problem before you actually are able to figure out how to compare the two parts of the number sentence. Now I gotta start looking at my answers. Now I have a clear answer here. I'm even going to, just so I don't forget, because I do tend to forget, write my totals up here. Betty has 62, Simon had 66. All right, this one says 25 plus 37 is greater than 35 plus 31. Well, because I already did the math, I know that is definitely wrong. This one says 25 plus 37 plus 35 plus 31. That would be just a multiple part number sentence where I had to add them all together. But I know that the focus here was comparing. That can't be right because there's no comparing, there's just adding. 25 plus 37 is less than 35 plus 31. That's exactly what I wrote here. So I'm going to put a magic maybe because that definitely makes sense. This one says 25 plus 37 equals 35 plus 31. No, that's not true because that would mean 62 equals 66. So my correct answer is C. Now, to remind you, I solved that all by myself before I even looked at the answers. First, I actually did the addition so I could figure out who had more, Betty or Simon. Then I compared them to each other because the problem told me to compare, not just to add. So I actually compared Betty's to Simon's. Then I looked at the answers to see which one matched mine. All right, team, see you tomorrow.